AJ, double check your connection. See what you're connected to. The only thing I can think of is you're not connected to the right account. Chantal, why don't you start the stream and I can introduce the room and then we can start answering questions again. I'm ready. Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the 30-year bond auction. My name is Lee Goldstein, Trading Director for 10-Minute Trades. Please remember that all trades are for educational purposes. It is possible to lose money trading futures, so trade carefully. We are now in the 30-year bond auction. Absolutely good advice, Jeff. Check under tools. Make sure global simulation is not checked. Global simulation unchecked. Okay. Global simulation unchecked. Make sure your chart, believe it or not, make sure your chart's on the right instrument. Make sure your chart's on the right instrument. All right. Oh, don't start barking. I'll throw you out of here. I'll throw you out of here. Did you get it, AJ? Did you get it? Let's check the DMM on the 30-year. See how it's been behaving. You know, folks, you gotta love WASD. When things are just when things are looking a little scary, WASD comes along and saves the day. You know? Have you ever noticed that? WASD always saves the day. Hate to use the word always. Hate to use the word always. WASD often saves the day. Sanji, it's the usual. It was too fast. It was too fast for your machine. So what happened was an error was created when it tried to place the stop and it closed the strategy. It closed the strategy. It was a faster trade than I thought, Sanji, but I didn't think it was so fast that an error would be created. So it always comes down to the same thing. Who's your data provider? How fast is your machine? Do you have programs running in the background? All the same issues apply for everybody, that anytime you get an error, there are ways to reduce your errors by keeping your machine as clean and resource free as possible. And sometimes we get careless. I get careless. And I run my virus. I don't shut down my virus programs. Or I've left open my word processor by accident, which doesn't use a lot of resources, but still. You just want to keep things as clean as possible. Okay? So last month, the bonds were a stop. I think that's a good thing. Sanji, thank goodness for that. And That's what I was telling, I think it was Calvin yesterday. I was telling Calvin that, well, Calvin has had a bad experience when he's had errors, in that he seems to lose money all the time. When I have errors, I lose money sometimes, and plenty of times I make money. Sometimes you'll get an error in a very profitable trade. Oh my God, AJ, that will cause you to lose every penny. New, let me think, hold on. Tools, options, trading. Uncheck, confirm order placement. AJ, do not trade live today. Okay? Please, please practice. If you don't yet know how to turn off order confirmation, you need to practice. All right? Please tell me you're going to listen to me. Tools, options, trading, uncheck, confirm order placement. All right, Sanji, I'm grabbing it. I know, Sanji, it's the only thing that makes sense, though. It's the only reason this happens. The only way that I could know that I'm wrong is if you give me that output file. Without the output file, I'll never know. Yes, AJ. Yes, AJ, absolutely. Take a couple of weeks. If today's the first day you downloaded your platform, give it a couple of weeks. Please. There's no rush. Next month, all the same trades over and over and over every month. And extra ones. There's always a few different ones. And natural gas is going to be the death of me. You all know that. That natural death is going to be the gas of me. A natural death will be the gas of me. I can't watch one more profitable natural gas trade. I just can't. I just know the minute I trade natural gas now, it's going to stop me out. So there's going to be 5,000 profitable natural gas trades in a row. And then I'll trade it. It'll stop me out, and then it'll start winning again. Then everything will be fine. All right. Is everybody ready to set up the bond trade? Any more questions? YouTube, could one person give us a like for streaming? Would one of you give us a like? I would greatly appreciate it. We're very nice here. We stream 4 times a week. That's worth a like, isn't it? Or give me a dislike. Let me know you're engaged, that you're actually watching. I don't care if you don't like me. No, I do. It hurts our YouTube presence. All right, we got a bond trade coming up. And this particular trade's been good. It's really been all right. Now, the fact that it was stopped out last month, that's okay. It usually doesn't stop out twice in a row, okay? It usually doesn't stop twice in a row. Now, you know, you have to look at that WASD trade, and we are seeing pretty fast markets. WASD by nature, however, is a pretty fast trade. By nature, it's a fast trade. So if I'm going to trade this bond report, and I am going to trade it, here's how I'm going to set it up. Let's look at last month's bond report and let's see what happened, what went wrong. What went wrong? What song? All right, what song? What went wrong? The greatest duo in the history of rock and roll. What went wrong? That's the song. Who knows it? Who knows it? The greatest duo in rock and roll history. They also are still touring. They happen to be from Philadelphia. What went wrong? What's the name of the song? Simon and Garfunkel were not from Philadelphia. No. And they were very soulful, very soulful. What went wrong? It's such a famous part of the song. Nobody? Nobody? If I tell you who it is, you'll know the song. Hang on. Oh, I'd give her, oh my God, the words. I'd give her something to replace her. Da-da-da, da-da-da. What went wrong? Oh, that should tell you. Oh, yeah, Jeff, you got it. You got it. Now, what's the song? What's the song? All Notes. All Notes. What's the best song they ever did? You got it. You got it. I bet you Googled it. I bet you Googled it, right? I pay the devil to replace her. She's gone. Oh, I. Great song. Oh, man. Great song. I can't believe they're still touring. I can't believe that a friend of mine, not a friend, but someone I know, Daryl is starting up his internet show called Daryl's House, which is one of the best shows I've ever seen in my life. Daryl Hall. It's a music show called Daryl's House, and he has famous bands come, musicians, and they play each other's songs together. It's awesome. You got to check out the OJs when they went to Daryl's house. It's just the most amazing. Anyway, a guy from Philly that I know from open mics has gotten kind of famous. His name is Mutlu, Mutlu, and he's going to be on Daryl's house. Daryl's starting up that show again, and I'm jealous. I missed that session with Joe Walsh. Was that a good one, Zozo? That was a good one? I should have watched that. I love Joe Walsh. Joe Walsh is the only person I know. Yeah, I'll watch it on YouTube. He's the only person I know who can sound totally wasted every moment, but he's not. It was in his house. I know. It was. They now moved it to a venue. Is that what they did? They took it out of his house? His house is awesome. I did not see the Smokey Robinson either. I'll watch that. I didn't watch all of them. I love the OJs. What other ones did I watch? There were a whole bunch that I watched. It's a great show. Well, Daryl's band, they are beyond belief. Beyond belief incredible. They're incredible. They smoke. Man, is that band good. Yes, he does. It just goes to show, Jeff, what an amazing musician Daryl Hall is. Right, all the genres. I am so jealous. I never was nearly anywhere near that good of a musician. Oh, my God. To have that gift. What a gift. What a gift. It's incredible. I love Daryl Hall. And I love Hall & Oates. They're great. Great songs. But see, I have this theory. It's the legacy musician theory. I'll get to the bond trade. It's easy to set up. Easy to set up. Hopefully, you can tolerate me, folks. So here's my legacy musician theory. So, like, I'm a musician, all right? Been a musician my whole life, and I'm a serious musician. I'm not famous. But I would call myself more a songwriter. So here's the legacy theory. Great songwriters, and you can look at almost 90% of them. And I mean everybody. Springsteen, Even Daryl Hall and John Oates, Simon and Garfunkel, any of the legacy, James Taylor, any legacy artist, something happens to them and they can't create anything that comes near as good as what they did when they were younger. They're not, it's just not possible. Something happens to us as people. As we get older, we lose the ability to create at the same quality that we had when we were younger. It's about 90%. Dylan is in that ball game also. He hasn't done anything great in 20 years. Now, don't get me wrong. He's done good stuff. But when you look at Like a Rolling Stone, or you look at, It's All Right, Ma, I'm Only Bleeding, or, the early stuff, he has never come anywhere near that. But there are people that have. Don Henley, believe it or not. If you look at Don Henley's recent work, it's as good as anything he ever did. Paul McCartney, Egypt Station, there's a couple of songs on there as good as anything he ever did. Paul McCartney has transcended the creativity failure. Springsteen, no, never. Hasn't done anything good in 15 years that's worth writing home about. Not talking about how great an artist he is. He's a great artist. Even my favorite band, Procol Harum, Gary Brooker, the writer, nothing close to what they did 20 years ago. Nothing. You look at anybody, 90%. Rolling Stones, forget it. Nothing. Nothing. Name somebody, and I'll argue with you about whether they did anything great. Bond Trade. Bond Trade. So it got stopped out last month. Tool. Toto. How about Toto? Toto. Still some of the same guys. One of the problems is now the legacy musicians are dead. A lot of them are dead, so a lot of them aren't going to be making new music. Jackson Browne, great, 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 great artist. He's come close. My Cleveland Heart is really good, and he's really good, but it's nowhere near The Pretender. He never can top The Pretender, ever. Not possible. Not possible. So do I want to give up $287 if we have a stop out? I only made $437 today. Mark, I don't want to hurt your feelings, but Tool, they're just not anywhere near what I would call a marquee, will be remembered, making a mark on music act. Not to say that they're not good. Not to say that their latest record isn't fantastic. But they just don't, it's like Machine Gun Kelly, right? He's got a great song here and there, but will be forgotten. Will be forgotten. Cardi B will be forgotten. Eminem will be forgotten. Tupac will not be forgotten. I don't think. I love hard rock and metal, but hard rock and metal is marginal. It'll always be marginal because it doesn't reach the same amount of people. Eminem will probably, I don't know, Jeff. Eminem, what's the best thing he ever did? What's the best? I mean, he was pretty strong, unique in his day. Let me set up my trade. Do I want to risk 287 or do I just want to risk 187 and make about $300 today if we get stopped out? Green Mile. Was it Green Mile? What was the name of that one? 9 Mile. 9 Mile. Let me set this trade up. So we have a target of 2 ticks, a target of 6 ticks, an entry time, a stop of 3 ticks, an entry time 13:01:30. I'm just trading 2 contracts today. This is our last trade of the week. If I make money, great. If it stops me out, I still have not too bad a day for today. I'm just trading 2 contracts today. So I know I'm going to change it, Vitalik. I know, Mark, you don't like the bonds. The 30 years is one of the better. 30 and 20 are the 2 best bond trades. 30 and 20 are the 2 best. But and this one you could see it's 4 out of 6. Stop of 3, bracket of 3. Position 1 is 2 ticks. Position 2 is 6 ticks. Stop is 3. Entry time 13:01:30. Trading live 30 year. All right. Putting my charts on live. So I'm up 437. It's a 60-second cancel. Okay. It's a 60-second cancel. Those are the rules. I'm recording it. I'll double check my contract size because I just want to trade 2 today. Hey, YouTubers, how about a couple of likes out there? How about a couple of likes? We stream 4 times a week, so you can watch us trade for free. All right, 1 for 2 ticks, 1 for 6 ticks, looking good. So if I get stopped, it'll be 187. I feel a little psychologically, what's the word, tired this week. A little bit psychologically tired. I found this week very challenging. And it's not over. It's not over yet. The bracket is 3, David, 3. Absolutely 3. Hey, thanks for the likes, YouTube. Thank you very much. Sign up for the channel and you'll get notified all the time. All the time. Second wind, when you say they got sober, the musicians, is that what you mean? How can I save data on chart? Oh boy, you know what, AJ? I don't know the answer to that. How can I save data on chart, date, time, open, high, low, close, and export it to a CSV file? So AJ, Ninja has fabulous tech support. And here it is. Great tech support. They'll answer you today. Okay? They're really, really good with tech support. Let's check our time sync, folks. All right? Let's go to the website time.is. Check our time sync. So I'm trying to think of more musicians. You know, even you think of Steely Dan. Now, Walter Becker is dead, unfortunately, one of the greatest guitar players who ever lived, ever lived. But they never topped themselves in 20 years. Steely Dan. Never. And they wrote some of the most all-time greatest music ever. So they failed the legacy creative test. They created great music still, but not as memorable. Simon and Garfunkel, Paul Simon, he fits that legacy failure. He's a legacy artist failure, creative failure. Now, don't get me wrong; these are the most talented people that ever lived, musicians, but they never were able to come near what they created in their youth. Who else? There's so many of them. Almost anybody you can think of. AC/DC, they haven't created anything great in 20 years. 10 years at least. Who else? Mark Never. Oh, they had some good stuff. Well, you can't count the Doobie Brothers. Is that true, JK? Jeff, I don't think enough people knew who Iron Maiden was even to begin with. So I don't think I'm going to count them. How about, what's the band that did, the Cocaine? I love that cocaine. What was the name of that band? Love that cocaine. I love that cocaine. What was the name of that band? Michael McDonald told, Eric Clapton, forget it. Plus, he's now gone crazy. Completely insane. Van Morrison, completely never came anywhere near close to anything they've ever done. Did she miss the WASD? Did Chantal miss the WASD, Calvin? Peter Gabriel never came close. Never came close. Roger Waters never came close. Got a big stupid mouth, but that's about it. I bet you like 90% of the population don't know a single Rush song. Mark, right? I mean, it's true. It might be sad, but it's true. No, it wasn't Tom's, though. What's Rush's most famous song? Watching the bond trade, folks. We are trading. We just happen to be talking music today. Oh, Tom Sawyer's their most favorite song? Yeah, I don't even know a single Rush song. I don't know a single Rush song. I mean, there's certain bands you can't count. Like they had a couple of like great songs, and then they just lived off of that. No, Journey. I guess Journey. You can't be that cruel. They had a lot of hits. You can't expect. Calvin, you missed the WASD trade? Is that what you're saying? That you missed the trade because, oh my God. And I made less money than everybody, Calvin. You would have made money. I'd like to punch you. You would have made money. There'll be another one. Calvin, set your trading computer to Eastern time. That's how you solve that problem. It is? All right. Calvin, you might just be getting too old, dude. You might have to hang it up. You might just have to hang it up. The replay is correct. Replay is correct. Thank you, Paul. Are we all old? Is there anybody young here? Is there anybody who considers themselves young here? If you consider yourself young, type in your age. Type in your age. Who's the youngest person here? Mark. Sanji. Oh my God. Joshua, for real, happy birthday, JK. Even Nimro, all right. Paul, okay. Oh man, we're cooking. We're cooking. That's awesome. These bonds, they got me worried. The bond trades have been tough. I mean, that's like a 4-tick move. I don't like that. Jeff is young. Donald, a young 82. Harold is young. Zoso's young. Okay. Jeff is young. Oh, I would pay the devil to replace her. I would pay the devil to be 40. I'd sell my soul. Excuse me. I'd sell my soul to the devil to be 40. That's the truth. I would sell my soul gladly. No joke. I'd be willing to live in hell if I could go back to 40. Actually, I think I am living in hell. So 60-second cancel. So I'm protecting some profit. Thank you, Mr. Market. Thank you, Mr. Market. So I said one good thing today. One good thing today. Hold on, I have to kill a dog. Hold on, 1 second. Come here, you. Come here. Come here. So these are the bond moves. Mark, this is why I'm willing to trade the bonds. Okay? It's why I'm willing to trade the bonds. And it's why I'm foolish in not doubling my size when there's a stop. Because our report generally doesn't stop twice in a row. And I know that. I know that. So I made $212.50. Okay? Mark, that's including your WASD. It puts them both together. Calvin, did you trade the bonds? Calvin, did you trade the bonds? Green, how old do you think I am? Oh, Calvin, don't worry. Don't worry. You got to keep trading. Just trade one contract. David 110. Hey, shut it down. Shut it down, you punk. I'm 25, dude. Calvin, why don't you download the newest version of the software from the website? Erase your software and download the newest version. Could you do that for me? We got to build your confidence back up. All right? Greg, nice trade. Nice trade. It's not easy to make money. Juan, good day. Juan, $200 in a day is a good day as far as I'm concerned. So look, folks, family money came through today. We had a difficult yesterday, right? For most of us, family money came through today. There were a couple of problems. I guess there always will be, right? There always will be. But overall, for most of us today, family money kept us alive. It kept us alive. Very good, AJ. TJ, did you trade that or couldn't deal with it? YouTube, I hope you enjoyed. Let me see. Any questions, especially if I give you 40? Yes, right, right, right. Careful what you wish for. Hey, Rory. Victor, I only traded 2 contracts on the bonds today. Only traded 2. Only traded 2. Oh, Steve S., what's up, bro? Sorry I didn't answer everybody. All right, TJ. So, you know what, TJ? Awesome that you have the mental ability to have a terrible loss and come right back and start making it back. That is the key. Paul, see you next week. That is the key, TJ. That's the truth. That's the key. And I want to apologize for not trading 5 contracts and teaching everybody the right way. I should have traded the right way and taught everybody the right way, and for that I apologize. We were stopped out last month on bonds. This is the 30-year bond report. We should have doubled or tripled our size. That's the truth. I made a mistake by not teaching properly, and I'm sorry. And it wasn't because I was talking about music. I let my own personal fear of getting stopped and having a smaller profit stop me from doing that. And it's always a battle, always a psychological battle. Calvin, that's right. Calvin, I'm serious. Download the new version. TJ, I'm going to send that output file to the programmer. That's because he knows how to read it. I honestly don't. I mean, I can look at it, but he's going to tell me exactly what's going on. It'll take a couple of days for him to get back to me. Green, the latest version of Job has the word replay in the file name. It has the word replay in the file name. It's on the website. It's the version on the website. And I call it replay JOBB. And what that all it means is it was fixed because Ninja had so many bugs in their replay, we had to fix our software to work with their bugs. All right. All right. Thank you very much, YouTube folks. We made $687 on 2 trades in the past hour and a half. We were in the market for a total of about 3 minutes. AJ, are you on the right charts? Are you on live but when you should be on sim, or you're on sim when you should be live? That's what it almost sounds like. Pen and pencil. JK, I have only lived here. I've lived here for like the last 15 years. It rings the tiniest bell, the tiniest bell. Don't really know it, JK. I don't really know it. No, so I guess I don't know it. I don't know it. Entry time, your chart showed the bracket as diamonds. I'm just wondering if you're on the wrong. You've got your ID activated, right? AJ, we activated your ID. Send me a picture. Can you send me a picture? Chantal, I guess we could close. Thank you, YouTube. We're going to say goodbye. We're going to close out. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Hey, Rory, it's good to see you, man. Thanks, everybody on YouTube.